Hey guys, welcome back to Bad About Skin. For those of you that have been with the channel some time, you'll know one of the core ingredients in my skincare routine is azelaic acid. Since I discovered this ingredient, honestly, it's been like a revelation because azelaic acid has so many different benefits when it comes to the skin. It can fade hyperpigmentation, giving us a more even skin tone. It can bring back some vibrancy and luminosity, give us that glow up we all crave. It's proven to reduce the prevalence of acne causing bacteria, so if like me, you're super breakout prone, it can definitely help to keep all of that at bay. And best thing about it is it can calm and soothe, and is even suitable for people with rosacea prone skin. With all those benefits, I genuinely believe there's an azelaic acid out there for everyone. And my go-to used to be the Azelaic Serum from Face Theory. This I loved. But unfortunately, Face Theory have really increased their prices recently. They've also discontinued some of their higher strength formulations of this product in certain territories. And honestly, it's just not a brand that I particularly want to shop with anymore. So I've been scouring the world for like my new favourite azelaic acid. And I think after a lot of trial and error, I might just have stumbled on it. Let me introduce you to this product. This is the Q&A Skin Azelaic Acid Balancing Serum. Now, Q&A Skin, one of my favourite brands, so it's no surprise that when I tried this product, I loved it. But just how amazing it is, I was unprepared for. And I want to share with you why I think this could be the new go-to azelaic acid serum for a whole suite of people out there. Sit back, relax, let's talk my new favourite, azelaic acid. Now, before we get into this video, just that quick reminder to do all that YouTube stuff if you haven't already. If you could reach down and give this video a big thumbs up and a like. This is the very best way of helping me to get this message out there loud and clear about this amazing azelaic acid, because the more likes the video gets, the more widely YouTube will distribute it on its platform. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much. I'd also love to hear like your azelaic acid before and after stories. So leave me your own experiences in the comments, because I always love to read them. Now, without further ado, let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. So when it comes to selecting an azelaic acid for my own skincare routine, I'm pretty choosy. I've tried so many different azelaic acids over the years. I kind of know what I like in a product, what works well, what's going to deliver additional benefits. And so I am pretty selective with the ones that I'll try. I've experimented with a whole suite of different strengths, formulations, brands over the past couple of months to try and work out the best replacement for that Face Theory product that was my former holy grail. There's a couple of reasons why I've decided this is the one that I'm going to continue on with in my skincare routine and why I want to share it with you in today's video. So the most important thing is price point. I am so ridiculously cheap. I hate overpaying for skincare. The drugstore is where it's at. And there might be those bougie brands such as La Mer that are out there telling us we'll get more if we pay more, but in my experience, that's very rarely the case. Often you can get just the same results at the drugstore at a fraction of the cost. And with the price of everything going up and up at the moment, if we can save a few of our hard-earned coin and get the same results, what's not to love about that? I paid £8 for this. It was one of the cheapest azelaic acid serums I actually tried, and obviously the best. £8 is amazing, and I actually got this as a buy one get one half price when I was shopping at Holland & Barrett, but I've left links in the description box below as to where you can shop this internationally, because Q&A as a brand is now internationally available. So if you want to take the guesswork out of it, those links are there for your convenience. But the price point was a huge tick in the box for me, and I think £8 for a product this well formulated is pretty difficult to beat. Let's go on to the formulation itself. So azelaic acid comes in various different strengths and concentrations, and different strengths have different benefits. I covered breaking down each concentration and what it'll do for your skin in a recent video, which I'll leave a link to up there. Check that out so you can choose the right strength and concentration for what outcomes you actually want to achieve. I would say a 5% concentration of azelaic acid is a good all-round strength. This is the sort of concentration that you can use both morning and evening in your skincare routine. Invest for the long-term payoffs. Okay, you might not get those super quick wins with a 5% concentration, but in the long term, you'll see that vibrancy, that luminosity. It'll fade hyperpigmentation if used alongside other great pigment correcting ingredients, such as tranexamic acid, and some of my other favorites. 5% concentration will also provide very little sensitivity in the skin. If you go for anything really high strength, it can leave like a prickling on the skin when you first use it. Your skin will build up tolerance to azelaic acid like it will all other actives, but I think that 5% concentration gives you great long-term benefits, minimum risk of irritation. You then take it up through the 10% concentration, which will just give you a few quicker wins when it comes to fighting hyperpigmentation, and I think in the long term gives you a slightly more advanced glow up and radiance boost. 15 and 20% concentrations are really there for people that have very persistent and stubborn hyperpigmentation. You know, the lower strengths haven't really worked as you expected, and so you've gone for a higher potency. They do come with quite a lot of side effects and irritation, so you do need to bear that in mind. 20% azelaic acid, my skin just could never really tolerate, which is why I capped out at 15%. And actually, I'm getting great results with lower concentrations used more frequently. That seems to be what my skin enjoys and works best with when it comes to strength. This actually comes in a 9% concentration. Now, they don't actually put that on the bottle, which I'm a little bit disappointed with, but if you reach out to the brand, they'll email you back and let you know that strength. And that transparency, I definitely think should be applauded. 9% is a really great strength. Not quite the 10% that a lot of people reach for, but going to give you slightly more results than, say, a 5% concentration. It's also going to deliver very little in terms of sensitivity unless you have a very sensitivity-prone skin type to begin with. For most people, you won't even notice any irritation on application of this product, which is why I think that 9% is a really, really great concentration. Alongside that though, this formulation is so good. So it actually combines aloe leaf juice, which I love, calming, soothing, hydrating, and they could have been lazy and just formulated this with water rather than a combination of water and that aloe, but I think by going down that route you get an additional level of calming, soothing and hydration, and it elevates the product beyond one that was just water based in its entirety. You've also got a phenomenal range of plant extracts in here. I love some plant extract action in my skincare routine because again it just doubles down on that calming and soothing nature of the product, further offset and reduce the risk of any irritation, but can also deliver some meaningful hydration too. This is a sort of serum that plumps the skin out, gives a nice layer of hydration, gives you that dose of azelaic acid, which is going to be doing all the heavy lifting, and the aloe just keeps everything in equilibrium. I think you've got to see a product not just about the active ingredient, but the formulation that goes around it, and this is why I would give it 10 out of 10, ding ding ding, holy grail status when it comes to the thought that's gone behind this for just £8. Best thing is, it's fragrance free, cruelty free, and vegan. So if you're living a plant-based lifestyle, you shop exclusively cruelty free skincare, this is definitely a product that you can feature. Let me just show you how it actually applies. So some azelaic acids can be a little bit sticky and tacky on application. Some of them come with a dimethicone base, which feels nice and luxurious, but can peel and ball up if you use other products on top of it. Not with this. This just disappears really well. Can you see? It's almost one of the most lightweight serums I think I've ever tried. Disappears. It takes about 20 seconds to work in, and there's no tackiness, there's no stickiness or residue left behind. I didn't get any prickling or sensitivity from this, though I am an established user of azelaic acid, so perhaps if you're new to it, there might be a little bit of prickling when you first apply it, but that should, as your skin gets used to it, that should diminish over a couple of weeks. This though, sinks in, hydrates, leaves the skin perfectly ready for any skincare that you want to follow on top of this, and it layers with just about everything. There are right ways and wrong ways of using azelaic acid, and I covered the do's and don'ts in a recent video, which again I'm going to leave a link up there. Definitely check that out. But I think a lot of the issues you might get with an azelaic acid serum, such as it balling up or pilling if you use it alongside other skincare, won't be present with this one. Because of that formulation, it really is like a best friend to the rest of your skincare routine, and I just cannot believe how gorgeous it feels on the skin. So having just relentlessly sung the praises of this product, is there anyone that I don't think it would work for? Well, in truth, no, I think this would be pretty universal. Even if you've got a very sensitivity-prone skin type, I still think a 9% concentration of azelaic acid could, in the long term, actually reduce that sensitivity down. You might get a little bit more prickling at the start, but that's worth persevering with. The formulation is so good, and it's designed to reduce any risk of that sensitivity happening in the first place. It won't eliminate it for all people, but it definitely will help. The only thing I'm going to call out is this does have a little bit of zinc in here, which I personally adore. Someone that's super oily and acne prone and uses azelaic acid to reduce those breakouts, this is just going to double down on the benefits you see. So this is like an acne sufferer's best friend. However, that zinc could be potentially drying if you have a very dryness prone skin type. I will call that out, but actually you can work around that. Just use a little extra hydration, a little extra moisturizer after this product, and honestly it shouldn't be too much of an issue. But I will call that out because if you have very persistently dry skin, then you might want to go for something that's just a little bit more hydrating, maybe without that zinc. For me, that addition of that zinc is a blessing, and I think why this product works so well. So whether you're trying to tackle acne or you're just looking for a little radiance and luminosity boost, you might be trying to fade your hyperpigmentation, I think this just proves the drugstore is where it's at when it comes to azelaic acid. I use azelaic acid twice a day, which is where I think you get the maximum benefits. I use this in my morning skincare routine when I want a little higher dose of azelaic acid, and I think that zinc just helps keep me matte all day long. Then in the evening, I'll go with my own serum, which is this, the Mad About Skin Got You Covered Super Serum with a 5% concentration of azelaic acid, because I think that 5% works so well alongside high potency retinoids to minimize the risk of any irritation and just work in synergy with them to deliver all those great benefits. You could of course just choose to use this one or this one at both sides of your skincare routine. It's really up to you, but I use these two, one in the morning, one in the evening, to really maximize my azelaic acid game, as it's honestly my favorite ingredient. I'll link both of these products in the description box below if you did want to check them out, but I would love to know, what have your experiences been with azelaic acid? What strength and concentration do you reach for? And have you tried this product yourself? Honestly, I promise you, just buying one of these, trying it, your azelaic acid game will be forever changed. You realise that actually you can get an affordable, hyper-effective azelaic acid serum that feels beautiful on the skin, sinks in without a trace, and is formulated to deliver minimum risk of side effects and irritation. Q&A Skin were already one of my favourite skincare brands, but with this, they have knocked it out of the park. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye!